All right, so late last fall, we released a number of things. We had a locks redesign. We released a course syllabus page for courses, and we rewrote search and kind of rolled out a whole new search platform. Took a break towards the end of the year and into January with the start of the new semester and things being busy. So we took a pause there, but we're getting ready in the next couple of weeks to release a fairly big update. And so we're looking at contacts. And Adam, you want to just kind of walk through, this is something that's been building we've been building towards for a long time.
Yeah, so contacts is something that always is meant to be in Populi, meant to always exist. When we started, we kind of built the things that we knew people needed for an online student information system. And then we started getting customers, and those customers needed more things, and we built those things and repeat until today. And I was very surprised how long it took somebody to actually ask where they could get a list of all the people in Populi. I think it was about 6 years. And then I said, yay, somebody finally asked for that. And every year since then, obviously we've been around a few years longer than that now. And every year since then, we've said, this year, we're going to make contacts. And last year we finally did. We didn't get it released. It was finished right at the end of the year. It's been going through testing and final polishing. And now it's pretty much good to go. We're just looking to schedule the release. So we wanted to give people a heads up because we are effectively renaming what you've known as the admin tab as the contacts tab, and it will center around big lists of all the people and all of the organizations in your Populi site. So here we're looking at the contacts tab. This, you can see it's exactly where admin was. And we've got people, we've got organizations, and then you have the manage tabs that you have had here for ID cards and tags and custom fields. All the different kinds of custom fields for contacts are gathered together underneath of there. But yeah, the main thing is you get a list of all your people finally. There's a few handy things here. You've got, up at the top you have a show, and this is just different reports that you can choose that are built into Populi. These will be things that you had previously, and some new things maybe. But so people, just all the people. Deleted people is people you've deleted recently. You can go in there and restore them. We've still got the GDPR report to help you identify people for whom you may need to set lawful basis for GDPR. And then the directory tab, we'll look at that in a bit, but that is what everybody who is not staff that is a user, so people can log in that aren't staff, that would never have had the admin tab, they will now have a directory tab, and we'll look at that as well. But this is where you can see that same report, so you can see what it looks like. And then we move down, we've got a filter. If you've used Populi filters, you'll be familiar with this. So you've got a number of filter conditions you can choose. And that'll filter down this list. And then you can actions you can perform on that list. You can select people from the list and perform actions just on the selected ones. So it's gonna be handy for any number of things. Most of these are gonna be things that you have been able to do before in different ways, like emailing, texting, adding tags. One thing that's new, brand new, it's really cool, is setting a custom field for the selected group. So you could have a arbitrarily selected group or filtered group, and you can set one of your custom fields to whatever value you want for all of them, all in a batch, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And you've got normal export options. This is all stuff that, you know, you had before. Important to note, add new person is a big button over here on the right instead of a tab on the left. So all the people stuff is in the people. Organizations tab is basically the same type of thing. You've got you know, the same actions export as appropriate for organizations, filters that organizations would have. You can see deleted organizations as well. All this stuff is the same. You've got your manage custom fields. You'll be familiar with this if you've been using the admin section. Let's go back. Okay. And then the only other thing really is the directory. The directory is divided up to staff, faculty, students, and alumni tabs. The directory is the same for everybody. It will look different. So if we flip over to, this is my student account. Over here, you can see I've got a directory tab as a student, but the what's actually underneath the directory is the same. So you can see your fellow students, your alumni. Important to know that if a student has a private profile, they will not show up in the directory at all, regardless.
Yeah, and it's important to note that we're not changing the visibility of contact information. So if you look at this, you're going to see exactly what was available to, if a student logs in, they're going to see exactly what they had access to before. Only before they would have had to search for it, and now they're going to have these lists that are just available.
Yeah, exactly. You'll see the same info available. We've just included a few things like their primary phone number and their hometown and primary email address and their primary org role or title and organization, stuff like that, so you can tell people apart a little bit easier. And just if you're actually trying to use it as a directory, just to get somebody's phone number real quick, it'll just be listed right there. You won't have to go through their profile, assuming you do have permissions to do it.
Yep. And students won't have the same like bulk contact options or anything like that that staff would have.
Right.
Students are just going to be able to see it.
Yeah, students are going to have. So this is the student view. They just have directory, and then they can just choose show me a staff listing, and you're just going to get all the staff alphabetized by name. You flip it around. That's it. You can just go to their profiles, and you would see the same limited, subset of data. Yeah, this will function as a school directory like schools usually have. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. It's I think a lot simpler, more straightforward than it used to be. Things are sort of less split into different places. All the people stuff is right here, and you've got some handy filtering options. I think most of the requests that have come up over the years, apart from just where can I get a list of all the people or where can I get a list of all the users, are going to be solved by doing filters and then performing an action on this list. You've got handy stuff like has a verified text messaging number. So if you want to, find everybody who is a student who does not have a verified text messaging number, there you go. Add 2 filters. Then you can perform an action, send them an email. Hey, put your text messaging number in.
Yeah, I think this is definitely going to make certain types of reports way easier to run. And then also, I think there's going to be some capabilities here that people just never had before, or it was a lot more difficult to perform. It should be a lot more straightforward now.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's fairly intuitive, easy to use section. But just wanted to give everybody a heads up, because where's the admin tab, I think is going to be, some people are wondering. Hopefully they'll find this one and they will click on it and it will all make sense.
I would say give your staff a heads up on contacts. Make sure that they know the admin tab is going to become contacts and that add new person button is over there on the right. And we're shooting to release this here in a couple of weeks. So we'll look forward to getting it out there and getting everyone's feedback.